Hello, BookTube.
Hey.
So it's Weekly Reads Wednesday.
Yeah, Weekly Reads Wednesday. What's the date going to be? I'm not wearing my glasses.
The
30th. Yeah, I'm not. I have my glasses. I should put those on, huh?
we are the blind, bookish blinds.
Yeah. Now I can close my computer now.
Well, so you all know what Weekly Reads Wednesday is, but I can't say that in any sort of fastness. It's the day we talk about what we read last week, what we're going to read this week.
Yeah.
And bicker back and forth because
it's
that's
really
what we
late.
do. I'm a little slap happy.
Yeah, well, we're a little tired.
It's been a long day. So, am I going first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I read a lot of books this week. Yeah, we all know what I'm doing. Last week I read a lot of Ruby Dixon. This week I finished the Frost, I almost said the Frost Giants, the Ice Planet Barbarian series and the Ice Home series. It's about 30 books. So I'm caught up on those entirely. Like the next one comes out in...
You read them in what, 3 weeks?
12 days.
30 books?
Was it just 3 weeks? Or...
Yeah, it's about 3 weeks.
I guess it was 3 weeks. Dang, I'm off my game. but
10 books a week is off your game.
Sort of. But
I mean, you're not Donnie Hewing right through them, but you're doing pretty well.
Oh, geez, Donnie Hugh would have read them all in like 2 days and said, "What's taking you so long?"
I know.
My train of thought derailed. There were no survivors. It was terrible. What?
About what else you read this week?
Oh, okay. So I got Blue
We're
Aliens.
not drunk. We haven't been drinking anything. I swear.
No, it's like almost 11 o'clock. I'm 38 years old. I'm not made for staying up that late anymore. So I've got Blue Aliens on the brain. So I found a new series
with Blue Aliens.
with Blue Aliens.
There are more Blue Alien series.
I think there are actually a lot of Blue Alien series. That was the wrong button. But this one is by... That's the name of the right page. This one is by Ella Maven. It's a sci-fi romance series. And the first book is Alien's Ransom. I read that by as quickly as I did the Ruby Dixon books. And I liked it. I enjoyed it immensely. It was very good. Great character building. Great world building. And whereas the Ice Planet Barbarians they're more along the lines of barbarians. They're very primitive. This is actually a very advanced society. They have space travel and all that. So it's very, very good. I'm enjoying it. I'm
Contact her, see if she'll do an interview in November.
I'm gonna.
Good.
I'm a little over halfway through the second book, and I'm enjoying them so much. Also read this week, and can you believe it? Is a couple of cozy mysteries. Now this author, she's not even on.
You got the first one.
Oh, I do. She's not even on Fantastic Fiction yet. But her first book, I think she said it came out in November, is called The Sweet Scent of Death. It's by Leslie St. James, this author is. And...
So the author is by Leslie St. James?
No, the author is Leslie St. James. And the book is The Sweet Scent of Death. It's a Jill Cooksey mystery. Jill Cooksey, I'm not going to tell you what it's about, because I'm going to do a video review of these books. I read the first book, The Sweet Scent of Death, because I got the second book as an ARC. And it's coming out in just a couple of days. And it's called Death of a Dolly Waggler. Just so you know, a Dolly Waggler is a puppeteer, but it's a kind of a derogatory term for a puppeteer.
Comes out Thursday. If you're interested in buying these books. I think we got The Sweet Scent of Death on Amazon for $2.99 or $3.99, one or the other.
It wasn't expensive. It was a very good buy. They're very good books. I really, really enjoyed them. Like I said, I'm going to do a review of them.
And she's going to put them on Goodreads.
And I have already put them on Goodreads. You smart Alec, along with all the Ice Planet Barbarian and Ice Home books.
Did you copy and paste each one and post it on each book?
Huh? No, I just posted them on there and put stars.
Oh, okay. Well,
They're on there.
Hey, good.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I read this week.
And I read some really interesting and great stuff this week. The first book I read I didn't bring. Damn it! It's called Gateway by Frederick Pohl. Pohl. It's the first book of the Hichi saga, and it is. Let me tell you, the fantastic part of the book, the great part of the book, is you might be able to get the cover on there. Is the science fiction aspect of it. There is a human aspect of it that I didn't care for about the first 200 pages. The book is 278 pages long. About the last quarter of the book, the human part of it, the counseling sessions and such, became really interesting and really kind of started to make sense with the story. But I couldn't give, and that's the cover of the one I read. I couldn't give it a great, if I was to score it, I wouldn't give it a great score, because actually nothing happened for 100 pages. The first 100 pages were freaking boring.
Oh, there's nothing worse.
Yeah, but I fought through it, and after 100, 110 pages, after that it took off, and I was in for the ride. I finished the last 180 pages in a day.
Wow.
Yeah. And I really, really liked what I read. The end of it. It was a blast. And like I said, the science fiction part of it was the strong part of it. Let me see. Can I have that? I got to get what else I read.
No. Mine.
Sorry, I'm not all that.
What are you looking for? I can find it for you.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I've got some stuff on Kindle.
It's probably a good idea if you do that.
Well, I don't know. What the hell did I read on Kindle? Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
It was the first book of this series right here, Final Days. Oh shit. This program is not intended for children.
Oh, it went all the way to the end of the book.
It did. Yeah, this program is not intended for children. YouTube.
Just grab it at the bottom and drag it over. Yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry, people.
There you go.
There it is. Final Days is the name of it. And it's just that very first one right there. And I was really, really surprised at the quality of this, considering I got it for $1 for all 3 books. They may be $3 now or $2 for all 3 books, but it's by Jasper T. Scott and Nathan Heistad. And for the price, holy crap, you can't beat 3 books, especially when the first book was this good. Now, it's billed as science fiction.
It's apocalyptic, right?
It is apocalyptic.
With a name like Final Days, I should hope it is.
It is apocalyptic.
It's false advertising otherwise.
The next part is going to be starting during the apocalypse, and I figure the third one will be post-apocalyptic.
Good. Hey,
it's billed as science fiction. It's not.
It's like Swan Song.
The first book, there's very little science fiction in it. Yeah, exactly. The first book, there's very little science fiction. It is a suspense novel, and it reminded me a little bit of The Remaining by DJ Mole, which we have right here in front of us. You want to grab that? It reminded me a little bit of this, except this is a post-apocalyptic novel that starts after it. But the storytelling is kind of similar, although I think The Remaining is a better novel. Final Days is a great way to entertain yourself in an afternoon. It's just over 300 pages. I can see some people reading it in a sitting or two, because it is a fast-moving story. And that's pretty well all I read this week. I can tell you what I'm reading now, that I started this week. Orson Scott Card's Speaker for the Dead. It's the second. You can tell I got it from the library. It's the second book of the Ender saga. It's actually not a sequel. In a way, it's not a sequel. He says these are all standalones. Everything after, except Xenocide, which is the third. I think it's Xenocide, which is the third book of this series. None of them are sequels except for that one.
Oh.
But this still takes place in the same universe. Takes place 3,000 years after Ender died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
But what I've read so far, I've really enjoyed. It's a completely different book. Orson Scott Card, in his extremely arrogant way, said that this book was the book he wanted to write if somebody else hadn't made him write Ender's Game. Yeah, like I say, I know he's an ass.
Ender's Game was awesome.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed Ender's Game a lot. I thought it was a great book. Yeah, I agree.
You know, it's funny. I remember reading Ender's Game for the first time, and it's been years since I read it, but there's one thing that struck me as just literary genius, and it still sticks with me today. And it's a completely innocuous scene. It's where Ender is actually walking down the hall, and he says that you can see the floor sort of sloping upward as he's walking along it, just to remind him that he's not actually walking on a flat plane. And I thought that was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely unimportant.
Yeah.
But for some reason that stuck with me years after reading that book. I thought it was just genius.
I think Ender's Game is good. Now, I doubt I'll like Speaker for the Dead more. We will see. I'm not that far in, but we will see.
You never know.
Yep. The next one I'm reading, Sunny Beach, is Dead Witch Walking by Kim Harrison. This is an urban fantasy book, which I usually don't read. But this had high praise from Yankee Southerner Reads, Paul. Yeah, Yankee Southerner Reads, Uncle Paul, a lot of people call him. But I'm enjoying this. I don't like the Jim Butcher books, the Dresden Files. I don't care for them at all. But I really enjoy this book so far. I'm a little ways in. And it just seems, even though it's even more fantastic and more fantasy-centric, I like it a lot. I think it's really a good book so far, and I think Becky would like it too. That doesn't work. Pinch screen doesn't work on Scribd. But yeah, I'm reading it on Scribd. And some of the other stuff. Oh, another thing I may be reading is, well, I don't have the book here. I actually don't have it yet. I have to get it from the library. That I'm going to be reading starting on the 5th, which is next Monday, which is the end of this week, so I could save it for next week. But it's the Elfstones of Shannara. Pretty excited about getting into the second book. What?
Elfstones of Shannara.
Shut up. I don't care if he does say Shannara. It sounds so immodest. It sounds like it doesn't fit. It sounds like he's just being too lax with it, and it just doesn't have a fantasy sound to it, whereas Shannara does.
You resist the Shannara.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because I think it's stupid.
So, my plans for reading this week.
Hold on, I got one more.
Never mind.
And I'll be reading this throughout the week too. Vintage Hughes. It's a bunch of Langston Hughes poetry that
There's some really good poems in there.
Really enjoy.
Yes.
This is very good.
Yeah.
I enjoy Hughes' poetry. So go ahead. I'm done, really.
My reading ambitions for this week are more Blue Aliens. If I have time, I might throw a Highlander. I might throw a Highlander in there, one or two, maybe.
Yeah, if we can find one.
If I run out of Blue Aliens. After Blue Aliens, I might go to Red Aliens. I like to change it up every once in a while.
Hey, I do have the Three Musketeers.
The hornier, the better. For some reason, they all have horns. I mean, I'm here for it, but okay. Yeah. What is that?
Three Musketeers.
There's a really funny scene at the very beginning of that book. It's where D'Artagnan is walking through the town, and he hears two people talking to each other in like a room, and he's like, "Well, they have to be talking about me. I'm going to listen."
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love that. What that? No, I was rambling about blue and red aliens. There might be some green aliens. No, I know there are green aliens. I saw a book earlier that had a green alien on it.
If the blue ones are Smurfs, what are the green ones?
Lizards.
They're lizards? Ooh.
Haven't you ever heard of lizard people?
You know what the deal with reptiles is, though, don't you?
What?
They have two of something.
Oh. That's just double the fun.
Actually, that's just snakes, not lizards.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I knew snakes did. I didn't know it was. Oh, this went bizarre places. It's my fault. I know it is. Anyway.
Well, you're going to find out if they do or not.
I hope not. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's all. That's all I can think of that I'm going to read.
This was weird.
I know. That's what we get for coming in here at 11 o'clock and making a video. That's what everybody else gets, too, for watching it.
Yeah, you guys should see Link. He's like sprawled across his bed, just dead to the world. He don't know what we're thinking.
This isn't even... He has a bed in every room of the house except the bathroom.
But he likes this bed. It's one of those anxiety beds where you just like sort of sit in it and then sink.
Yeah, he likes that. But
he likes
hotter than Hades in here.
He likes to sit across it like an inner tube.
Yeah, he does. He's a good boy. I can't get him to come up. I got him to come up earlier.
Hey, Link.
He's dead. He's dead to the world.
I don't think he's ignoring me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. Yeah, he hasn't got any treats yet. Because he hasn't gone outside for the last time.
All right, we're done.
We're rambling. Yeah.
We'll talk to you. Oh, well, we will in the next couple of days. We got a tag we want to do. So.
Yeah. Your books are calling. Go read.